Hello and welcome to my shop. This is Jim Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be doing something interesting, so hang around. Let's have fun. Good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm starting today working on these blocks that fit the back of the vise. I've already picked the bolts up, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to get the edge finders out, and I'm not going to put that on camera. We're going to find the edges and get going here in a minute. So as soon as I get me an edge finder found and together, I'll be right with us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to spot it right quick. Now I've had these blocks that's made, and there may be some pieces have to be remade. And I should have thought about this when I done it. The plans I'm using is for a 4-inch vise. We're using a 6-inch vise. It's going to be fine down here because I'm using a smaller rod, and we can kind of compensate a little bit for that. However, over here, I may have to make a new block. Once I get to that point, we will see. So we'll just see how it looks when we get to that point. So we will see. There's my spot. And I'll have to move the table down and put the drill in. And now we're going to drill through the block. Clearance for a 1/2-inch bolt. It's actually a little bigger clearance because the rod. This is one of the drills I'm using right now. That's they come from out of my drill collection that I've had, so it is a standard. It's actually a really good drill. It was a straight shank drill made for the straight shank with the paper tang, and I don't like to push my drills really hard, so my mill is noisy with love back here. I think all of them are. Part of it's in the belt system and a lot of other stuff. And but I love my variable speed mill. I'll tell you that much. So it's drilling good. I'm just taking my time and working it slowly and getting the hole in it. And then we're going to do a countersink. Plenty of cutting oil. There we go. What I did here too, by the way, is I paralleled it, clamped it real tight, slid the parallel out because these blocks are so small. Okay, we'll move on to the next step. All right, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my countersink. I've got it set, my quill lock. and my head set on 0, and we're going to feed the knee up so I can do this. It's at least about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go about 50 extra to give me some countersink depth, so then we'll check it. So that way I can be consistent over both of these. So there goes 100. There goes 200. There goes 300. There's 400. There's a 1/2 inch. And about 50 extra. Now we'll just take this out and check it right quick. There you go. That's one down. Okay, now we'll just rinse and repeat. All right, now this is going to get we're going to ream a 1/2 inch hole through this for the rod that we work on. So I've laid it out and got this dimension. So we're having to kind of adjust the dimensions a little bit based on we're using for this vise is a little different. So I've been doing some measuring, and then the other way, I want to lock this once we tighten this up. You know, this will eventually be slotted and milled. So to get it to slot and mill the way it needs to, you know, first of all, we're using 1/2 inch. The hardwire for this vise is a 1/2 inch. And this will be clamped and this will be reamed. So eventually we're going to slot this. This will get a slot in it eventually to hold the 1/2 inch rod that we're going to use. Excuse my arm. I don't know how much you're seeing there, but basically we're drilling. It's about to break through. All right. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to ream this to a 1/2 inch. Okay. Now we'll just take this one out and I'll check it here in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use locking levers, and I've got some ordered. But basically what they are, they're metric, and metric threads. It's easier to get them off of eBay from our friends over in China, Moniz land. So I decided that's what I was going to use is a Chinese, I don't know why I didn't grab the drill, but so what we're going to do is use an M8 locking stud to lock this. So this is going to be close. There's no question about it. I've got it centered. I've done the calculations. Basically this is going to be bloody close all the way down. Now there will be a slot in this eventually to tighten the clamp this down on. So what I'm going to actually do is drill this out, and then we're going to put the tap in it and start it. And we're going to hand tap this thing. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to drill a clearance hole in the top just a little bit. I'll probably just go up a little bit, drill a clearance hole for the threads. Alright. So, we may end up having to ream this out. Well, I didn't hit it, so So far, so good. Okay. All I'm going to do with this tap, because it's not a proper tap to power tap with, is start it. Alright, you notice I carried it over to my vise and I'm hand tapping it. It's just that this, I don't have spiral flute in the right size. This is just a hand tap out of my Craftsman set. And the reason I'm using metric simple, I would normally not, but I've ordered these. This will be countersunk drill. I will go back and counter drill this after I get it tapped. I need it to go all the way through tapped. And there's not a lot of room. If you'll notice, this isn't. Now this is a design, I made 2 design changes, and I still got to mill it. The biggest design change is obviously my vise is bigger, and I should have took that into account when I was doing this and didn't think about it till now. So I may have to make changes on the outer end once I get to it. So basically what we've got, and this is one of the changes, is I don't like hunting wrenches. So by putting these locks on here, especially behind this will speed this up so much better when it's done. I'll bring you back and I get this tap. I didn't want to be careful because I'm telling you, breaking a tap now would be a serious problem. Alright, this is going to be the clamping fixture. Now I'm going to cut this. I got these plenty. I've only got one now. The others are on their way. They'll be here shortly. So this is what's going to squeeze this thing together and tighten it up. I will cut it because I'm going to cut it to fit once I get them all my machining done. There's a little step in the back of this for clearance to the back of the vise. And I milled it down to the same dimensions for a simple reason. You want that fairly thin because this is going to be part of the squeezing. And so basically what I'm going to do is I've got zeros set. So now I can just go back over, feed it back. And this is going to be a rinse and repeat process till I get it milled down to the proper depth. To clear the back of the vise with it. So that's going to be the pass. I'm going to make a bunch of passes. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and now he calls for a bigger slot, but I just don't have a slotting tool that size. So I'm going to use what I got. I've actually got a little wider slot, which takes a different arbor, and I'm not going to make an arbor, and it's not that much wider. So we're cutting approximately a 60,000 slot in this. Should be enough for it to squeeze on that ½ inch. I've laid it out and dead in the center. Done a little calculation. There we go. That's neater and stuff. See how that looks. Take it out and have it. Alright, so there we got it. I'll see if I can zoom you in a little bit. And I'll back you up. Now the beauty of the handle setup that I'm going to use, first, that way if you need to move this length, all you got to do is loosen this screw right here up. And if you want the handles to be anywhere else you need it to be, you just turn them. So this gives you adjustability. And, you know, so that's why I wanted them for. I'm waiting, they're like $3 a piece, and I'm waiting for a couple more from eBay. So this is, and this rod here, the original design called for 5/8. That's half stainless rod there I have on hand. So that's why I decided to use it. So far so good. I'm waiting on parts. I hope you enjoyed the video. So let's put a disclaimer out of the way. This video is my idea how to do things. It's not the only way. So I hope you enjoyed it today. The other thing, comments are always welcome. Please take the time, if you feel so inclined, to make a comment on my videos. Also, I appreciate all my subscribers, the new ones and the new ones. And finally, the other disclaimer. This is a copyrighted production of James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your enjoyment on YouTube. Thank you. Have a great day, and we will see you in the next video.